In today's episode, we celebrate Easter and work on lighting and electrics in the van, chilling with some 80s Nintendo nostalgia in the cabin. Welcome back to Planning for Adventure. We are getting ready to head out to the cabin for Easter, but first, we're going to pick up the van. This spring, we have a few things that are on our agenda for stuff that we need to and want to do with the van. And I think figuring out the electricity situation is a big one.
To get this going, we need one more thing.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet.
Maybe this will say something.
The van's been at Mom and Dad's, and now that it's ready for the road again, we're finally going away for our first weekend of the year.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden.
So there was the question of if we're allowed to drive the car or not, because it is not the date for switching over to summer tires. However, it felt a little bit weird and redundant to change from two winter tires and then change back to summer tires when there was only like 2 weeks left. So I checked, and we are allowed to drive with summer tires. It says that you have to have winter tires between December 1st and March 31st if there's wintry conditions. There aren't today.
Gold hair, gold rings,
How does she feel to drive?
Awesome.
gold anything, golden. I'll follow golden.
I'm a little bit excited.
Golden things.
So when we decided that we were going to do solar on the van and all of that stuff, the question was kind of, okay, what kind of power solution do we want to do? We knew we wanted to do solar, but we weren't quite sure about all the stuff that goes into it. Like, I mean, I'm not an electrician. David's not an electrician. What are the things that you need? And we kind of decided that at least to start off with, we wanted to do a portable power station because it has the inverter and everything that is needed in it. So I was kind of doing research back and forth, trying to figure out which one I thought would be best for us. And we actually ended up going with the EcoFlow River Pro because we don't have a ton of things that need to be powered. But for the stuff that we do need, it's really great because it has the two-way thing where we can charge it through solar. We can also charge it through the car battery, like while we're driving. And you can also just plug it in, and it really goes fast when it comes to charging it up to full strength again. And we haven't really needed to charge it with solar, but that is what we're planning on doing for the spring. And I think, like, because charging it up through an outlet in the wall, if you go to somebody's house or whatever, I think it's like in an hour or something like that. It is crazy fast. If we're anywhere where there is access, it's easy to just take it, plug it in. We did use it for the camping trip that I did with my students, and it's been great for multiple things other than just powering the fridge in the van. But that is mainly like the thing. It's the fridge and the max air fan. And I don't know how much juice the max air fan is gonna need, but I'm thinking like it's not like we're gonna be running it the whole time. If we have the EcoFlow plugged in and we're using it with the fridge, it'll last us like 2 days, maybe, day or two, something like that. But if we're going somewhere and we're driving and we plug it in to the to the 12 volt, you know, the cigarette outlet thing in the car while we're driving. And that works really great. And I'm thinking if we also have the connection from the solar on the roof, I think we should be good. I think that will be a really great solution. And it's nice that it has the inverter in it, and it has multiple USB outlets. It also has like a fast charge one, and I was gonna say AC/DC, is that what it's called? Well, AC. Basically, it's got this, because we're in Europe, this is what the outlets look like. So it's got the AC input, whatever thingamajiggy. Then you have the USB-C connection, the regular USBs, and then the fast charge USB, 12 volt thingamabob. So this is where we put in the, our fridge goes in there. And then for some reason it's got a flashlight. I'm not sure why. Whoa, for discos. And this is where you power it. This is the input. So solar goes in there, and this is also where like the power thing for the solar and what do you call it, and the car input. And then you have just plugging it in to the wall outlet. So I think this is going to be a really good solution. Fingers crossed. So far it's been great, but I'm hoping that the solar solution with this is going to be good too. Well, we're on our way. We've kind of been hoping that we weren't going to get a crazy amount of traffic, because generally speaking it does tend to be a little bit insane with everybody and their uncle going out to the cabins and stuff like that. But so far so good.
Check this out. This is amazing. Wow. DuckTales.
David found a bunch of mine and his old Nintendo 8-bit games.
Turtles. Paperboy. Check this out. Star Tropics. Chip and Dale. Oh, Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Got Disney World running around. This one is pretty cool as well.
I'm looking forward to playing this one. So we've had some issues with lighting in the van, and I think I've got a good way to fix that. So this is what the lighting situation is like when there's not really anything on in the van, but we're gonna try something. Since we are using the EcoFlow, I didn't want something that is connected to that because I didn't want it to pull extra power. This might work. Well, this seems straightforward enough. I guess peel and stick, and then place it. Woo. It's also nice to have a solution that doesn't mean that we have to open the walls up and things like that to be pulling wires. Got 2 remotes. So I'm gonna get things looking cozy in here. David is playing with the Nintendo games, and I'm just gonna chill. If we were full-time in the van, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. But since we only do weekends and vacations and stuff like that, for now I think it's going to be a good one. And we might do something more permanent later. And I was so excited when David came home with this little table that was going to be thrown away from his grandma. It is perfect for the van. I love the colors and everything. Love it. Apparently his grandparents used to use it for roadside picnics, so that's just perfect. Okay, you want to see?
Yeah.
Here, do the honors.
Okay. I just. Oh! Wow! Look at that.
I am so obsessed. So either you can do with that,
Oh, and you can.
or you can just bleep it with your hand. With your bleeping hand, man. You having fun?
You feel like Star Wars or something.
I was gonna say Dumbledore with his put outer, with the street lamps.
The put outer.
With all of the projects and setup out of the way, it's time to just chill in front of the fire, get some popcorn going, and everybody just kind of doing what they feel like doing. Morning, Miles. Oh my gosh. You need to go outside? I think that's a yes. Okay. Bailey, come here. Time for Easter Swedish style with chickens, eggs, and feathers and birch branches. And of course, meatballs and sausages. And as always, my nemesis, the pickled herring. Some people love it. I happen to be married to one of those people. Me, not so much. I do my duty as a Swede, and I have one piece. And just like that, the weekend is over and it's time to go home. But at least we've got the van back, and we've got so many fun plans for the spring. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye!